What it do, bruh? Talk of the town, Nintendo, Doc Trey, still holding it down, still make the best games, and you know this, bro. It's the truth. You don't like it, you can have that seatbelt.
So today is a great day. Not only is it Mother's Day, and happy Mother's Day to all the mothers out there, and if you're hanging out with your mom or your family today, have a great Mother's Day and be safe. But today marks the very first time in history that Virtual Fighter will be coming to a Nintendo console. So it was just announced during the Virtual Fighter Direct that Virtual Fighter 5 Revo will be coming to the PlayStation 5, the Xbox Series X and S, and also Nintendo Switch 2. Now, Virtual Fighter is a game I have been campaigning and wanting to come to a Nintendo console for a very long time because Virtual Fighter games are awesome. Now, big warning there though. Virtual Fighters are not pick up and play fighting games at all. They are extremely deep, deceptively deep, so much so that properly learning a character, one character, can take you a couple months, maybe at least a month, before you're actually really good with one character. It's that deep, but it's also very satisfying. So if you're into fighting games, you should definitely give this a try, but just know that the learning curve is pretty high. This isn't your daddy's Tekken, okay? But definitely check it out. So, Virtual Fighter 5 hits a Nintendo system for the very first time, and it's even going to have rollback netcode and crossplay with all the other systems. So if you buy this on the Switch 2, you'll be able to play against people on PlayStation 5 and Xbox, and also Steam. So that's great news. This game is a pretty much kind of like a remaster of a remaster of a remaster. Like this game, Virtual Fighter, the base game of Virtual Fighter actually came out during the PS3 and 360 era, but they've just been refining and redoing this game pretty much since then, and this is the final result. So while this game is a pretty decent looking game, don't expect this game to look like Street Fighter 6 or something like that. That's not really what they were going for. They made the game look way better than it did like on the 360 and stuff like that as time has gone on, but no, this isn't a game that necessarily takes full advantage of the hardware, and the price is reflected in that. Like I think the base game of this on Steam is like $20, but there's like a 30th anniversary collection, or there's like DLC or something. I think the most this game will end up being for these consoles is $40 or $30. Like it's a budget priced game. So yeah, it's not gonna be expensive at all. Like it's probably gonna be, the most this game will be is probably $40, if that. And I've been seeing actually like some Sony fans saying, "Oh, this better be a free upgrade for us that bought Virtual Fighter 5 on the PS4." Like, no, it ain't gonna be a free upgrade because most of you niggas got this for free. Remember, this is a PlayStation Plus game. This was on PlayStation Plus, so yeah, they're not gonna offer this to you for free. I highly doubt it because you didn't pay anything in the first damn place. So don't get your hopes up with that. But it is a budget price game for sure. But yeah, this is great. It's funny because I actually tweeted AM2 about Virtual Fighter a couple years ago because they made some. AM2 is the developer behind Virtual Fighter and a lot of the other classic Sega arcade games, but they made some random tweet a couple years ago about nothing And I was like, oh, y'all still around? How about you make a new Virtual Fighter or put out a collection? Thanks. And it's crazy, they took that tweet down because they were probably already working on something. So it says the post is unavailable. But I've been interested in them making a new Virtual Fighter for a very long time. As you can see, I've made this tweet 10 years ago saying, or 9 years ago, Nintendo should buy the Virtual Fighter IP from Sega so they'll always have one of the best fighters regardless of third-party support. So that post was made obviously during the Wii U era. But Virtual Fighters have always been excellent fighting games. And now Nintendo players that didn't have access to like a PlayStation or didn't play these games back in the day will be able to appreciate that. But like I said, the learning curve is pretty steep. But it's worth it. So I'm excited. I recently actually got the little mini replica Sega arcade about a month or two ago, simply because it had the original version of Virtual Fighter on it. It was like the only arcade perfect port of the first Virtual Fighter outside of buying the actual arcade. So that was the main reason why I even bought that. So I'm excited that this is on Switch 2 with crossplay, and it also should point towards the new Virtual Fighter that's coming out, launching on the Switch 2 also. And that's exciting too, because if you guys saw the graphics and what they're aiming at with that Virtual Fighter, it's gonna be a pretty taxing game. So seeing that up and running on the Switch 2 on a system that you can play on the go and take everywhere, that's going to be pretty impressive, because what they've shown so far of that game, if that is in fact, according to them, that is in-game graphics, it's going to look pretty good. Because when Virtual Fighters, when they did come out with new games, they were always among the best looking fighters, and it looks like this next Virtual Fighter, and I'm not talking about the one that was announced here. This is a pretty much a port or remaster of their last Virtual Fighter game, but the new like untitled Virtual Fighter game that's gonna come out, that should look probably among the best looking fighters of all time when it actually does come out. So that's going to be pretty interesting to see. But let me know what you guys think in the comment section. Have you ever played Virtual Fighter before? Are you excited to play this? And will you be picking it up? Let me know what you guys think in the comment section.